Alright, welcome to my channel. Today I will be going in-depth guide on how to beat Malestrom Arena on normal. Now, most people go through Malestrom Arena and they're going to tell you you're going to die, you're going to die, you're going to die. Your first couple times through, you are going to die. It's just a given. Each level has a separate mechanic that you have to learn. But I've already done all the prep work for this character and I'm going to walk you through it right now. As you can see, unbuffed, I'm not that great stat-wise. I do have 42,000 magicka. Health is only 17,000 with the stamina of zilch. And I have already beaten the arena once with this character. Now, on the skill setup, the way I run it, I run, if you look at my skill bar here, I run Power Surge on my Lightning Staff, Boundless Storm, Summon Twilight Matriarch, Bound Aegis, Structured Entropy, and Absorption Field. Now, I run these specifically, and you'll see in my combos later, that just for healing and for my resources. Now, on my damage bar, I'm running an Inferno Staff. And I run Hardened Ward, Crushing Shock, my Matriarch again, Bound Aegis, Unstable Wall of Fire, and the Fiery Rage 4. Now, the reason why I run this combination the way I do is the amount of pure DPS you put out. Literally, all you have to do is heavy attack through the first couple levels, and you'll get through it. As far as my gear goes, I am running a 4-piece of Necropents. I don't have hardly anything gold. Mostly, I run purple, just because that extra 2% on gold doesn't really help you out that much. This is not, I don't run Malestrom weapons, I don't run any special enchantments. This is something that pretty much as soon as you get through getting up to 160, you can attempt the Malestrom Arena. But I'm running on my main hand, the Inferno Staff of Necropents, and backup Lightning Staff of Necropents. The reason why I do is for the maximum magicka. It gives you a lot with this set. Now, for the head and shoulder set, my 2-piece, I'm running a Lambris. I'm running one heavy and the other light. Some people, I want to get the shoulders in medium, but I digress. You will want to run at least a 5-piece of medium, or a 5-piece of light, 1-piece medium, 1-piece heavy. Now, I'm also running a 5-piece of spinners. The reason why I'm doing this is for the spell penetration and the spell damage. Accessories, I'm running a purple necklace of Necropents and 2 blue rings of spinners. I could pay out some money and get a better spinner's ring, but honestly, I don't need it for normal. You won't either. Alright. Make sure your bird's out. As far as what you have equipped, the food I'm running is Witch Mother's Brew, Potent Brew, for the Magicka Recovery and Maximum Magicka. Save your good potions until your most expensive potions until after you learn the dungeon. You don't want to burn up through all your expensive pots, your tripods, and such like that until after you know it and you're trying to get on the leaderboard. Right now, the bare basic ones you get out of the dungeon will do. Alright, so we're going to go over here and we're going to start this dungeon.
Here comes a likely candidate now.
Do you suppose this one has what it takes?
Contain your hopes. But
I was wondering
let's
when
find
you'd
out.
show. I've been wondering when you'd show up on the Very well then.
Now, the Malestrom Arena, you can pick up this quest once every 24 hours, or if you drop it, you can pick it back up again. You'll go through the portal and head into the Malestrom Arena for the first level. This first level's mechanic is pretty simple. There'll be a blue orb that comes out and starts doing random damage to you and following you around the map. The idea is to learn the spawn points and don't go anywhere near that. Alright, I'm going to shield up, get Boundless Storm. These sigils, if you need them, use them. On normal, there is no leaderboard, so you don't have to worry about taking any hits for it. And like you see, I'm pretty much just running nothing but heavy attacks. And round 1 is complete. Shield back up. There's that purple orb, there's the blue orb I was telling you about that'll follow you around the map. We are trying for a no death run on this normal. It should be relatively easy to do, but sometimes stuff happens. These Bone Colossus will spam out extra mobs. Just ignore them and focus on the Bone Colossus.
What is it? A love fest? We will make this quick.
And as you see, as resource management goes, as long as you're doing these heavy attacks, any abilities you do use, you recharge it pretty much right away. Another round done. This is the final round with the boss. Now the boss will spam out these ads that he can suck back up and get his health back. This is when I would use an ultimate and start actually using abilities. Crushing Shock is a go-to, because it'll interrupt occasionally. Structured Entropy, Boundless Storm. Kill those ads as soon as they pop up, unless you feel like you can burn him down before he sucks them back up. And round 1 is complete. You'll see a chest next to the merchant and Fa, the leader, the quest giver. You'll get a soul gem at the end of every level. I always recommend, especially on veteran, talking to the merchant, repairing your gear. Even though I barely took any damage, it was still 61 gold to repair. You can eat up a lot of gold in this dungeon if you're not prepared. Now, the quest giver, he will give you hints on each level of the arena. I don't listen to him because mostly I know it. But on this dungeon in particular, you'll have another hazard that'll pop out of these tracks along the ground. They're little spinning blades. On veteran, they're really fast. You have to learn the pattern or you will die from them. I die more on veteran with these traps than I do the actual mobs. So I'm going to shield up. Get this level started. Stay out of the middle. It is electrified. They move pretty slow on normal, and you'll be able to take them out relatively easily as long as you have your build set up right. And as you see, I have forgotten the pattern almost completely now. It's been so long since I've done this. Just bob and weave. First round done. Shield back up. Sentries, one crushing shock each. Don't get overzealous with it and use up all your resources. Make sure you're keeping your hardened ward up too, and you won't have to worry so much about the environmental hazards on normal. Now, if you do get in a situation where you think you're gonna get a lot of damage, you can hit these switches and they will stop the electricity in the middle as well as stop these blades. And then they'll start back up, and if you're in the middle, you're going to get blown away. Final round, you'll have 3 of these Centurion champions. You'll want to stay close to them to keep them from doing that little blast, but as you do a certain amount of damage to them, they're going to go into a shield, and you can't damage them. So you're going to have to go to the next one. There's a total of 3, and all of them, after you do a little bit of damage to them, they're going to kneel down and take a knee. Once they kneel, just keep bouncing back and forth. Remembering to cast entropy.
Oh, I've never seen anything like this.
What I'm doing now is I'm trying to group them all together.
It's going to end in tears.
With them grouped over here, I can drop my ultimate. And as soon as one dies, the next one will spawn directly into it and start getting damaged.
If I paid for this, I want my money back.
And round 2 is complete.
You'll come.
And again, I have not used any potions yet, and the only thing I've done is ate 1 Witch Mother's Brew. So far as inventory-wise, I'm not eating up too many resources. If you do happen to die, which it does happen even on normal, don't respawn directly where you are, especially if you are playing the Sorcerer. You will want to waste shrine and come back in. That way you have more than enough time and your magic's prepared from bringing back in your summons. Now on this level, you're going to see these little portals open up for these plants. Kill the plants. I cannot emphasize that enough. As soon as the plants come in, they have range and they will mess you up quickly.
A telling blow. Done well so far. Now, however,
This water is electrified, so make sure if you have to go through it, you're roll dodging all the way through it. some people will tell you run Pulsar. I find Pulsar a little overrated for these type of dungeons, just for the simple fact it eats up a lot of resources. Round 3. As you see, my elemental blockade, it already killed someone right out of the spawn. Stick to one island until it starts getting a little overloaded with the poison. Making sure you keep your... Whoop, Queen Advisor just pulled me. Make sure you keep your blockade up as best as you can. And as you can see, I don't really sit still. I continually move, focusing on the boss and letting my damage from my lightning staff AoE everybody around me. Final round. Alright, now with this Lamia Queen, I cannot emphasize enough to kill those plants because her scream will stun you. And it takes a second to come undone. If you get stunned like I just did, and you've got a bunch of those plants out, you're going to get one-shotted. And that is the 3rd level of the Malestrom Arena done. Collect my chest.
You've done well.
Go ahead, repair. Get your hen if you want to talk to him and get the hen, or if you want to learn more about the story of the arena. Now on this level, there's going to be little clockwork, I guess you would call them drones, that will come out, and they'll once they get shielded up, there ain't nothing you can do. So as soon as you see them, you want to immediately start attacking them. When I see one, I'll point it out to everyone. Take out these healers as soon as you see them.
You know who I am, not death.
No cheating! Actually, go ahead and cheat!
There's those clockwork sentries I was telling you about. You'll want to kill those before they get posted up like him. They're shielded, and there ain't nothing you can do about it once they're shielded. You just gotta wait until their shield breaks, and hopefully your AoEs can take care of them.
This fight's developing nicely. Only one shall survive.
As you can see, Alambris helps out a lot because it gives you that extra AoE damage in places when you hit somebody. 2 light attacks killed off those sentries.
Aid me!
I smell weakness.
So far, so good. But the worst is yet to come.
I didn't get that one in time, so he got his shield up.
Dare not touch the flames.
Final round. Now this spider, the dwarven spider here, I stay right underneath them the entire time. For those of you who are like me and they have just the one Eye of the Storm, the one that doesn't follow you around, you're going to be at a slight disadvantage just for the simple fact that it's only in one spot. When you start shooting fire, back off. And just continually burn them down. Don't worry about the edge, you can shield through them. And this level's done. Alright, now with this frozen lake, this one has a very unique mechanic to it. He will always spawn right here in the middle. You want to stay out of the water. The water does damage to you once the arena starts. Keep your heavy attack ready. That middle portal is always the troll breaker. You want to start beating on him as soon as he spawns. What he'll do is he'll pound his fist on these ice chunks, start breaking it up, and you won't have anywhere to stand. You will probably lose one or two platforms. If you lose them, don't panic, just move to the next one.
101, now you die.
You want to try and make it to the final round of this one with all three intact. So kill those trolls as soon as they show up.
Behold, vile monstrosities, imported for your entertainment.
Try and keep your face towards that middle so you can see them when they spawn. Like right there, he's going to spawn. We already know he's in the middle, he's spawning. Got a troll spawning.
Taste the blood of your enemies.
Got another troll spawning. He's He's going over there. So we're going to go and stop him from breaking up our ice.
Now we'll see some real action.
Now this one can be a little difficult because you got two name bosses right out the gate. But as you see, I took them down relatively easy with one ultimate. Got another name boss showing up. Yeah, the giants will break up your ice as well.
See, my minions? This is
Final
how it's
round.
done.
Now you got to worry about the trolls as well as the big Runa here. But again, just try your best to ignore the ads. And I just lost my ice platform, so I'm going to move to the next one quickly. When you see her jump, she's getting ready to take out your ice. As you can see, I'm on my last platform now. She has 25% health left.
Another thrilling match. I'm sorry it's over.
Lost my bird, but that's okay. The ice platform comes back and this level's done.
I haven't seen it.
Alright, now this level has another really fun mechanic. And you'll see it firsthand. There's some enemies in here you don't want to kill immediately.
Remember, no
These
mercy,
5
no
little
quarter.
totems here will be your life save, especially on Vet. If you blow up those hoarders, they will uncover those totems. And when they're all glowing like that, it will stun all the enemies in the area. But you have to kill them next to one of those totems here. When it's glowing like this, you want to be in the light because these little spiders will come after you. And you won't be able to do anything about it. So let my... Now bring him to the one I want uncovered. And there's the swarms I was telling you about. As long as you stay next... Oh. You gotta stay next to the one that's glowing. When it says swarming the swarm's coming, that's where you go. One of these pillars that's glowing.
That was some move. Now do it again.
As long as you keep your shield up, you'll be able to survive for a little bit. And now they're all stunned. You can take your time. After the stun goes away, though, you'll have to uncover them again.
Isn't this great? You know you love it.
Stay out of those purple bubbles if you're a magic user at all.
Mortals. Hate them. The Malestrom arena. There's nothing like it in all Oblivion. Oh, such brutality! It's just like a ballet, only with blood.
Round 4.
Gonna leave a scar.
We're gonna grab this Corver, run him over here to this one in the middle. Get it uncovered.
Mortal. You've entered the ring. We've prepared a
Final round.
gigantic welcome for you.
You're making me angry.
What next? I'm strong anticipation. A hit, a powerful hit.
And again, just heavy attacking.
See that? That's action. Uh-oh, this can't last much longer. The challenger wins.
And
What an exciting
this round's beat.
Watching you perform.
We're almost through with the arena at this point. Now this one has another tricky mechanic, especially with the boss, and I'll explain as it happens. Unfortunately for the werewolves out there, you will have a more difficult time with this one just for the simple fact of your poison. You take more poison damage. Alright, now I got afflicted. The only way to get rid of it is to come over here to one of these circles. You get 2.
Now it's come. I've been waiting for this.
And I'm poisoned again.
That had to hurt.
Until you get inside one of these circles, you're going to keep getting poisoned. Now when you see these guys, the Venoms, appear on these platforms, you're going to immediately kill them. Do not let them live, because they're going to make your screen go green, and these plants that you see over here, they're going to keep spawning poison out at you. Oh, didn't see that troll. Oh.
Now we'll see some real action.
Alright, I missed that Venom collar, so I'm going to have to hit him from a distance now in order to kill him. One hit from a crushing shot killed him.
Steady, Prince. Make them fight.
See how the screen's going green, so that means that I missed one somewhere. There he was. Alright, now on this final round, this boss is going to have a scream that does amazing damage to you. It will one-shot you. Even on normal. They'll have these 2 little minions that come out. As you notice, I'm not putting up my electric shield. I'm putting up these, but that's it. You don't want to kill these guys. As he starts screaming, I just died. So as you can see, it can be painful if you don't have one of those little minions of his to run under their shield. I accidentally killed them both. And of course I waste shrine so that way I can get all of my stuff back out and get prepped up with a full bar of magic before I go back in. No reason to burn through soul gems if you don't need to. So we didn't get a no-death run this time. It's easy to get a no-death run. Just you got to know the mechanics. I haven't done the Malestrom Arena in probably almost 2 years.
The bigger they come, you know the rest.
Now this time I don't have an ultimate built up for him. I'm already afflicted with poison. Alright. Now unfortunately I've got poisoned 3 times. So I'm just gonna have to stick it out until those green things over here come back. I have to be careful not to kill that one over here to my left, that Mender.
Uh-oh, this can't last much longer.
There's the shield. We're gonna get inside it. Not forgetting these venom callers. And he's dead.
That was one for the record books.
We're almost through.
I must say.
Alright, the cistern. This cistern is interesting because of the simple mechanic with it. You have to hide and destroy certain things before you can damage any of the enemies. They'll get these amazing boosts if you don't destroy them in order. These... It'll tell you when one of those runestones over here get put together. Stop immediately what you're doing and go at it. This is a level vampires are going to have a hard time with, just from the simple fact of the fire damage. Now you will have lava coming out of the lava pools. They'll shoot at you. The longer you stay in one spot, the bigger chance you have of getting hit by one. See how I'm not doing any damage to him? It's because this warding stone was protecting him. They'll be stunned for a little bit, so you'll be able to get your resources back if you burn through them without realizing he had his shield on. I really dislike these shocks. On veteran, these guys you'll want to get rid of it just as quick as you do the menders. Just for the simple fact, once they start swarming you, it's over. Alright, so there's an Infernal Destroyer out right now, which means, yep, there's a warding stone up. Now this Infernal Destroyer, he's almost dead. If you don't kill him in time, these stones will rejuvenate.
You're not done with this arena yet.
And you'll want to play through this until it becomes secondhand nature and just keep repeating the Malestrom arena until you can come through it without a difficulty. You want to make sure you know the mechanics well before you even attempt this on veteran. Warding stone's up, so we're going to destroy it. And again, save your ultimates for the bosses. Round 4. One warding stone down. And now I can hit this knight, the flame knight. Alright, now on this boss, this final boss, for the final round, all 3 of these will be up. You need to immediately take them down as quick as possible.
Soon you'll be soot and ash.
Ignoring the boss as best as possible until all of them are beat. Drop your AoEs. And your ultimate. And she's already got them built back up.
We'll see something memorable.
She'll be stunned a lot longer than the mini-bosses you fought prior to this. As you can see, she's already beat.
How it's done. Well played.
Collect my chest. Talk to the merchant.
Your dexterity in that last
Prepare. Alright, we're heading into the final arena, the Theater of Despair. Been a long fight so far. This is the hardest of them all as far as the levels go. On this one, you're going to be paying special attention to these ghosts. When you see a gold one, you want to run immediately into it. These blue ones won't bother you. You do not want an NPC that you're fighting to collect one of those gold ghosts. Not a single one.
Did you see that? That's action. So far, so good. But the worst is yet to come.
Look at the pathetic mortal.
And it's not like there's a prelude to it either. It's just that the gold ghost, there he is. And the NPC got that one. But I killed the NPC before they could get 3. The goal on this level is to get 3 of those gold ghosts. Sit on 2 if you have to, but you don't want to wouldn't let one NPC get 3, especially not the final boss.
This one's ugly.
Does it? This is all but over. Now it comes. I've been waiting for this. Ow! Time for somebody to start making out a will.
I got 1 so far.
Anything like this. What next? I love the anticipation.
Alright, so now I have 2.
Done well so far. Now, however,
You shall know pain now.
If an NPC does pick up one of those gold ghosts, make sure you get rid of them immediately. Stage 4 is the summoning ritual. You do not want
just like a ballet, only with blood.
that was after the 3rd ghost, that special explosion, but during this 4th round you don't want any of those summoners to get to the middle. If they perform the summon, you're gonna have a bad day. Especially on veteran.
This one's mine, sisters.
And you'll get a slight warning letting you know that there is a summon happening. Final wave.
Pay attention, you louts. You might learn
Oh,
something.
nope, not final wave. Round 5. Alright, the Ash Titan. He is important to not let him get any of those gold ghosts. Unfortunately, you do not want to waste your ultimate on him. Just burn him down as best you can without wasting it.
Got you now, weakling.
Final wave.
Well fought, but now things get serious.
As soon as he appears, drop your ultimate.
After I kill you, I shall animate your corpse.
That's how it gets done.
Now I shall reveal my true power.
Alright, now that he's up, you're going to have to go to one of these platforms and kill these little dinosaurs on it to activate the portal. The portal will take you up top where you have to destroy these crystals. And try not to let him knock you off.
This makes me even angrier.
Like that.
To be swatted away.
Because then you have to kill another clan fear on the portal. While he's up here, you can't do any damage to him, so you're just you're eating up. Resources that you desperately need.
You only delay the inevitable. That won't stop me. Now for the final phase. Watch as I absorb all the power I need.
And final boss is beat. You will then go through the portal to the Maelstrom Arena and watch the little talk to the quest giver, which is the prince. And I hope y'all enjoyed this tutorial. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave any comments below. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you, and don't forget to subscribe.
That's